come out at night. Buggers, queens, fairies, dopers, junkies. Sick, vino. Someday a real rain will come and wash all the scum off the streets.
What the film has to offer a modern audience, I feel, is just a great story, something that you don't necessarily see every day, something that's very outlandish, something that not a lot of directors and writers really go for.
The main plot is sort of timeless. There's a senator who's running for the election and there's an influx of support. This vigilante goes out and creates the change he wishes to see in society. In the movie, he sort of reaches this point where he becomes tired with the lifestyle he was previously living as an isolated taxi driver, and he takes on this masculine persona of a vigilante killer. At first he attempts to kill the politician, but that does not happen, and I think him not killing the politician speaks to the idea that to create the change we wish to see, we must go out and do it ourselves.
In terms of race, gender, and politics, I think the film really offers a very dark perspective on it. Just seeing everything is very filthy and unclean, and I think that goes back to struggling with everyday life, kind of working towards nothing and everyday sanity. Just like, it's kind of bullshit, I guess, really.
I think a lot of those views in that movie are still the same today, and they haven't really changed. Which is crazy to think, but it really hasn't.
It really seems like Robert De Niro's character is actually extremely racist in this movie, believe it or not. For example, when Martin Scorsese's sitting in the backseat of the taxi cab talking to him, telling him that she cheated on him with a black man, he doesn't seem to care. Every time there's another black person involved in the movie, Robert De Niro's character is either like looked on him as a foul thing, or just doesn't respond to them being black at all.
Throughout the whole movie, he talks about cleaning up the scum of New York City, and every time they mention the word scum, it either shows people of color or it portrays women sexualized, and that relation speaks to the idea of hypermasculinity. As a main plot, we may see him freeing the prostitute as beneficial. He's not doing it for her, he's doing it for himself. The framework within the movie is representing how masculinity overpowers femininity.
Somebody with a state of mind, I guess, that reckless, they're still like, he still has like a romance aspect. Clearly, you know, throughout the movie you figure out the guy does have PTSD really, really bad.
We have soldiers coming back from the Afghan and Iraq wars that are dealing with extreme paranoia and are also dealing with being lonely, and I think a whole lot of this movie has to deal with loneliness.
I think that people like Travis in the movie pent up a lot of animosity just like that and deal with the same triggers.
So it kind of puts into perspective if you've never known someone who's in the military. Just like anyone else, he's just trying to look for a purpose in life. After he served his purpose in Vietnam, he came here, he had nothing to do. Just bored, like I said, lonely. It's a lot of loneliness.
There's a lot of people, like I said before, still today dealing with those issues and things that trigger the anger. It's just crazy that today there's still people who like think like that and have that animosity.